Hey guys, how you doing?
It's been
Hey
an
guys, how you
exhausting,
doing?
been an exhausting day for me. Let me turn this down. You see my baby's face. He wants to get up in here. I told him that he can come up in here as he eats his chips. You want to say hi to the people?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Hi.
Say hi to everyone. Wait a minute.
Hi everyone.
Okay, there you go. Tell them your name.
Nehemiah.
Tell them how old you are.
7.
Okay. All right.
Let's handle this.
Go ahead.
Alright. We need to make a video and its name was Jesus and its name of the family. It was a major pleasure to meet you. Amen.
Okay, he just set out a prayer for you. He just said that he wanted to send out a prayer and that, would you say it was a pleasure to meet them
Yeah.
and Jesus, and you want Jesus to take care of them? Amen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was his prayer for you. Okay, go on. My baby. He's so spoiled. He is bad, 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 bad. He is a piece of work. He really is. He's really that fresh. He's really that fresh. But however, I do have a prayer that I want to speak of. And the verse comes from Psalms 34, chapter 34, verse 4. And it says, I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all fears. So do not be overcome with the fear of the coronavirus or the other circumstances. You need to trust God. And when you pray, you also pray for healing and wisdom. So, just a second. Go ask mommy for something. I'm on. I told you I'm on the computer. I'm on YouTube. Didn't I tell you that? I asked you if you want a soda. You told me no.
Yes, I want some juice.
Give me your Slurpee cup and I'll put some soda in it. You want soda in your Slurpee cup?
Soda.
And your Slurpee cup right there? Okay.
I need a new cup.
All right. Well, right now I'm online, so don't do it. I'm on live. This is what I go through, guys. This is exactly what I go through. So I want to give Angels and EMV a shout out, and Heaven Sent a shout out. I thank you for joining me. And let's see. If you're still there, put give me a heart if you're still there, a red heart if you're still in the chat. Oh, okay. So you still hear me. The sound is on, but nobody's here. Okay, well, I'm going to talk anyway. So I had said my prayer, and my baby said his prayer to you guys. So what we're going to do right now, I want to talk about this coronavirus that has been sent out to me. Let's see if I can find out some info that I would like to share with you. All right. Now, this info is from the CDC, and it came to me on Facebook from a sister friend. And it says the new NCP coronavirus may not show signs of infection for many days. And they're talking about once you've been infected, it takes up to 14 days for you to start to get in symptoms. And by that time you already developed a cough, a fever, and have to go to the hospital. So what they're saying that within the 14 days, it infected your inner system and it infected everyone else. So the bug is already there, and it likes to, you could breathe it in, you can inhale it in, And whatever it is, it goes into your throat and it goes into your lungs. But if you make a habit of constantly drinking water, as well as gargling with peroxide and water, or any kind of stringent, Listerine, and you spit it in the toilet, folks. Don't spit it in the sink, because then the germs are in the sink. But if you spit it in the toilet and you constantly is rinsing your throat, if you drink lots of water, and the water will rinse the virus into your tummy. And when it reaches your tummy, the acid in your stomach will kill the virus. Because what it's trying to do is get to your lungs. But you can get it washed out your system before it even attaches itself to your lungs. Get it into your tummy, and you'll discard it out through the acid, and then when you go to the bathroom. But however, a lot of these things that people are going crazy about with the hygiene and everything, that's something you should be practicing anyway. That type of hygiene you should be practicing. The washing of the hands, the cleaning stuff around you. You should be cleaning stuff around your kitchen with the common bleach, rinsing off your food, doing things, your meat. I wouldn't buy stuff from China, because every time something happens as a virus, you know it originated from China, and it's from the livestock, and they're very poor. They don't. The FDA isn't like it is here over there, like it is here. We have a lot of restrictions, and we still get sick, but not like they do. They hardly have any restrictions with their animals. It's always cross contamination. And some of the things that they eat is like horrible. So, and in China, they're always wearing a mask. They've been wearing masks for years. And you got to remember, in 2009, it was the swine flu. It's just like the coronavirus. Bats got droppings, got into the pigs, the hogs' food. They eat it. The virus got in their system. They got slaughtered. Poor hygiene, cleanliness with that, with the meat. The butcher did mess with the meat, didn't wash his hands, wiped it off on his apron, and shook an American hand. She came over and she spreaded it. So that means that she didn't do practice good hygiene either. And a lot of people died behind that swine flu. Would you get him his Spider-Man cup? And you're gonna hear my little man in the background, because I don't know, maybe look upstairs. I don't know where your hanger is. Go upstairs and look for your hanger. And his mother, as you know, is a pain in the butt. So he doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to stay underneath me. And it wouldn't have been spread. It wouldn't have spread it if she practiced good hygiene. So she went from shaking his hand, from him not practicing good hygiene. The virus, she was a carrier, although she didn't die. I don't remember how the movie went, but she was the main common denominator that brought the virus over into the States that killed so many people. And the first one that goes are the elderly, because there are the elderly's system isn't strong. Their immune system isn't strong. And little kids, their immune system isn't strong. And anything that attacks the lungs, it wipes them right out. So the hygiene we should be practicing anyway. Washing your hands when you go to the bathroom. Hey, Jazen, Jeremy, thank you for coming aboard. Also, what else? It should be. Excuse me how I look, guys. I didn't come on last night because of my eyes. I got a bad infection in my eyes. I had my false eyelashes redone, and she made them thicker than usually. And my eyelashes couldn't take that weight, and it kept scratching my cornea. I ended up taking them off, and I caused an infection in my eyes. So I am naked, totally naked. I'm not wearing any makeup other than a little bit of lip gloss to keep my lips moist. That's it. So this is what I look like with not that I wear makeup, because I don't. I only put on a lippy, and I'll color in my eyebrows, and I always have lashes. I always wear lashes. But this time I have nothing, so this is what the TR looks like. May not be a good sight, but I'm not feeling good right now, but I'm still willing to come on. Now I got the apron on because I was cleaning the kitchen before I came on. And back to what I'm saying, always practice good hygiene, period. Um, always have a sanitizer in your car so you can constantly wash your hands. I keep it in my pocketbook so when I go to a restaurant, I don't always like to use just a sanitizer. I always, when my food is being ordered, I excuse myself from the table. I go to the bathroom. I wash my hands. Now, the proper way of washing your hands, and it was taught to me in the hospital, you wash it and you cover it. And you could say, Mary had a little lamb 2 times in your mind, and you make sure you wash all the way up to your wrist. You wash, and you go like this, and you wash, and then you rinse. Do not touch the faucet. Get the paper towel, and if it's ones that you shuck, you just shuck it with your elbow, rip it off, dry off your hands. Take the paper towel, turn the faucet off. Go to the door. Do not touch the door handle. If it's a push, then use your back. If it's a handle, you take the paper towel, open up the door, take your foot, hold the door open, and then throw the paper in the garbage and go on out. That's the proper way of washing your hands. Now, if you don't have access to wash your hands and you're at a fast food place, you're in your car, put enough and but you always got to do it up to your wrist, because believe it or not, you're reaching over the food. Food, believe me, goes all the way up to your wrist in handling your food. So that's how you do it. In your house, make your own concoction. I always have a concoction because I have a spray bottle that I got from the Dollar Tree. I put about that much bleach in it. I put about this much Fabuloso in it, and I take one squirt of dish detergent and I put in it. I put a little water in it, shake it. I have one in the bathroom, one in the kitchen. My toilet is always clean because every time I tell people, at least my personal bath, I tell them when they get up off of the commode, I want them to spray the toilet down inside in the seat and just wipe it. The toilet bowl itself will always be clean. No pee pee smell or poopy smell. Although I do have to get in there and wash it because you got to wash underneath the seat and all that other. Washing the toilet grosses me out. I got to use a mask and gargles because it freaks me out. I hate washing the toilet. My mind knows what goes in there and I freak out, but I have to do it, and I do it with bleach and with gloves. The sink I wash down with Comet that has bleach in it. I rinse it very well. Then I spray it with the bleach concoction, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I just wipe it down and I'm done. As far as my bathroom floors washed because of my back, I don't do my floors. I get someone to wash my floors for me because of my back. And the same thing with the kitchen. I cannot wash floors. I have to pay someone to wash my floors. That's how I get my floors cleaned. In the kitchen, every time I use my kitchen, I wash everything down with bleach. I even have bleach in my dishwater. And because my family will not put bleach in the dishwater, I take some bleach and I put it in the dish detergent. Shake it, not a lot now because it'll foam over. So every time when they go to wash something, it has the bleach in it, and the bleach helps keeps the sponge clean. or your dish rag clean. It keeps it from getting dark and slimy and nasty, and it never smells. So that's something that I use. When you wash your meat, get a stainless steel bowl or use a glass bowl. Rinse your meat off. When you take it out the pack, rinse it off. Very good. Put it in a bowl, not a plastic bowl. Use glass or stainless steel. Fill it up with water halfway. Put some vinegar in it. It could be apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. Just put it in there and let it sit for like 2 minutes. Move the meat around in it and then rinse it. And that will clean things off. You have to wait a second. My grandson is calling me. Okay, guys, I'm back here. I had to do whoops, wait a minute. I'm back. I had to do Gigi duties here because it's just me and him in the house. But like I was saying, that you should make a habit of wiping everything down. Make your own little bleach concoction. Use it all the time. Just use it for daily use, period. Now, if you haven't did it before, do it moving forward. Do it now. Don't cut any corners. Take your car steering wheel. Get disinfectant wipes. Wipe that down. Because you bring germs from other places and you put it on your and money's a thing of carrying lots of germs too. Money has big germs. Money goes everywhere on people's bodies, anywhere on their bodies, you know, and it gets traveled around. And just nowadays you're going to have to practice great hygiene and everything. Guys, I am not sleepy. Just to let you know that my eyes are like this because I have a bad infection in my eyes. That's why I look so horrible. This is, I can't open up my eyes no more than this right now. Although they don't hurt and itch real bad, and I took some Benadryl to help out. But yes, it's very, this corona stuff that's happening. It is a big thing, but it could be a bigger thing in your household if you don't practice the precautions. Now, taking all the toilet paper and getting all the water and stuff like that. There's certain things like water. Why are you going crazy and there's water nowhere? You can really disinfect the water yourself. Get water jugs, fill them up in your tub, keep the cap off for a couple of hours, and then put the cap back on. Keeping the cap off makes it so that the chlorine would chlorine taste. Keep in your house, one of those Britas that filter the waters. Do that. Get a filter on your faucet and get water that way, because it's gonna come to a point where you can't buy the water. So you're gonna need to go to a plan B and C. Plan C is get a big pot, boil the water for about 15 minutes, let it cool, get a funnel and put it in the containers and cap it. Yes, it'll be a point where you're not going to be able to get certain things because the import and export docks are going to be closed. There are two major ways we get our supplies: train and ship. Flying, not so much. You do get some stuff, but the main bulk of import and export is ship and plane. Our shipping from stuff comes from, our animals come from train and ships. Our oil and gas comes from ships. The trucks load up, they fill up their trucks, and they go around. So start conserving on your gas, because what's going to happen is that they can't get it to us. Not that they don't have it, they can't get it to us because everything's been shut down. And our oil and gas is from overseas. So in the Middle East, the corona's over there too. And guess what? They're digging big holes and throwing people in like they did with the Holocaust. When they die, they put them in ditches. That's what they're doing over in the Middle East, of those who from the coronavirus. And I guess I don't know. I guess after, I don't know if they're gonna bury them or pour something on them and burn them. Because usually when there's an outbreak like that, they don't really bury. They like to burn it to kill the virus. Because if they bury it, that means the ground gets infected. I'm just saying. Okay, hello, the Crockett Way, and thank you for sharing me out. Hey, Shay Shay, thank you. Jeremy, hey, thank you. Let's see who else is here. Nadia, thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm gonna make a couple of mods here to help me out. Yeah, make a couple of mods to keep the craziness out. I thank for everyone coming out to support me. Yes, so just that alone. And not only that, pray. Pray. And ask God to give you wisdom on how to deal with certain things. Let's see, I told you the trick for water. All right, now for milk. Nadia, now you brought all that rice. People go out and get the rice. Because guess what? Rice is used when it's a survivor food. You can make milk with rice, and it's healthier for yourself and your children. Make rice milk. I've been promising Nadia that I was going to do it on my channel, but I guess it's a good time for now for me to do it. It's delicious and it's healthier than cow's milk, rice milk. And nothing gets thrown away because you can use the rice for your skin. You can use it for your hair, the pulp. Everything gets recycled. Rice. Rice and beans. When I was coming up, my mother showed us what they did during the Depression. You kept potatoes, onions. Of course, you have your seasonings. Even if it was just salt and pepper, you will have your seasonings. Have your onions, you will have your potatoes, you will have your oatmeal, you will have your grits. And guess what? You know the cornmeal that you fry your chicken with? You can make porridge out of that. I make it for my great grandson. He loves it. You fix it just like farina. That's what they feed third world countries. that cornmeal, because that's how much nutrition. And instead of getting white sugar, get syrup like corn syrup, um, um, real maple syrup, which has the vitamins in it. It comes in a bottle. Get the real maple syrup. Um, get a crock pot so that, and just in case you don't have gas, you don't, if those who have gas stoves, you could use electric, so you could do one pot meals with a crock pot. Stock up on charcoal. And if you can't get charcoal, have the kids make it a game. Have them go out and get sticks. You know those little annoying papers that they throw at your doors to let you know what's on sale? Start saving that paper. Get a plastic bag. Start saving the paper. You can use that paper for fire. You can use that paper as toilet paper and then burn it. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that you could do that we're going to have to go learn to go back to basics. Get flour, regular flour, regardless if it's wheat flour or white flour. Get flour. Get a bag of yeast. A bag of yeast, the fast yeast. It's about $7. I got mine online, Amazon. I don't know if they have it in the store, but get it online from Amazon. Put the whole thing in a Ziploc bag, stick it in the freezer. It will last forever, even though the expiration date will go, because you kept it in the freezer. It will last a lifetime. Learn to make your own bread. It's only three ingredients: the yeast, the flour, and water or milk. That's it. And you can make a whole loaf of bread. A whole loaf of bread. Start learning to go back to basics. Learn how to bake bread on top of the stove instead of in the oven. It's really easy. Go to those prepper YouTube channels where they call it when the S hits the fan. They'll tell you how to survive. I got honey, powder honey. I got powdered tomatoes so that way you can make tomato soup. I got powdered vegetables. I got dried vegetables, non-perishable stuff. All you have to do is add water to it. You will run out of spring water and stuff like that, but you won't run out of tap water. You just have to learn how to clean the tap water. So, those are the tips that you should have and practice anyway you look. Oh, Jeremy, thank you. I do look good. My eyes are so swollen. My daughter told me my wig wasn't even on my head right. I honestly I still feel horrible, but not like I was in the past days. I was able to wake up and my eyes not be stuck together. So, but it is a struggle for me to have my eyes open. That's why you see me looking like this. I'm not high or anything like that. It's the infection in my eyes. And make a habit of washing yourself using soap. There is a soap called Dettol. If you wait a second, I'll go get the bar and I'll show it to you, okay? Just wait 1 second. I'm gonna turn the sound off so you don't hear my grandson yelling. But just wait a second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I don't know. Hopefully, you can see this show correctly. This is called Dettol. Now, this soap right here comes in a liquid form. It's for clean. It's for wound clear care. Now, if you remember back in between the 60s and 70s, they used to have Lysol that used to come in a brown bottle, and it was a brown liquid. They used it in hospitals. They use it in everything. When I had my daughter and I would have stitches, they used to have put like they call sizz bath that you put in the on top of the toilet, and you put warm water in it, and you put a cap full of the Lysol in it, and you would sit in it. It will help the stitches shrivel up and drop off, and it will control the dead smell that you get after you have a baby, because the body's cleaning out from having a baby. Well, it almost smells like this, and this is something that Jamaicans swear by. And it's a and see, it has a cross on it to let you know it's used medically as well for wounds. You can get it at I got it at the 99-cent store for $1.29. Well, my daughter, when she gets like 10 bars of it, and we've been at a time, and we've been buying this for years. When I got the liquid, I used to pour it in, and I used to have regular liquid soap for bathing yourself, and I would put a cap full of that in there. So when you wash your body, you would really disinfect all the germs. And I'm telling you, it kept the germs. My family didn't get sick. I used it. I used it. It didn't turn the skin white or anything like that. You just got clean. The bathroom always smelled like Lysol, but you still got clean. And it's controls the germs. Now, if you're able to get soap like that, and what you could do is take a cheese grater, shred it, and put it in a bucket and fill it up with warm water and let it dissolve and make liquid soap out of it so you can wash your body with it. I have this in my kitchen for when people want to wash, because I hate people washing their hands in the kitchen. I'd rather for it to be in the bathroom, but I always keep it in the kitchen anyway. And I have it in my personal bathroom, and I have it in my bathroom upstairs by the tub, in case they feel like they need to have that extra dirt off of them. What? But I got poop on it. No, just sit down and talk to mommy about it. So this is an excellent soap, and it smells like disinfectant. It really is, but it's used for wound care. And like I said, the Jamaicans, they swear by it. Every Jamaican will tell you about that Dettol soap. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Let's see. Shay, the Crockett Way, Jamie, Shay again. Hey, QI. Who else is here? Oh, okay. And the Crockett Way shared me out. That's a blessing. But yeah, that's something, it's like I don't get it. And you know something too? A lot of people don't clean their meat. They take it out the pack. I even see that on shows, television shows. They take the chicken right out the pack, put it in a bowl, and start seasoning it. They don't wash their meat. And it's like, are you serious? I am not albino, the world. I already feel horrible because my eyes, I don't have any makeup on. That's probably what it is. This is my color. It's not albino though. I'm not that light. And my eyes are shut. The world half shut because At the dentist? Who's at the dentist? You, Nadia? Oh, you, Nadia. Are they coming off? Or you just gotta get the braces special cleaned? Yes. No, don't use the Lysol to wash your chickens. No, 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 no. You use vinegar in the water to wash your chickens. I'm talking about the Lysol that used to be a long time ago. It was a dark brown. You can't even get it on the shelves anymore. No. And you can wash your chicken with lemon juice. You can get that from the dollar store, a big old bottle of lemon juice. Or use vinegar, regardless if it's the apple cider vinegar or the white vinegar. Just put some in the water, let it sit, swish it around, rinse it off. You need to um do that. You really do. You really need to do that. Clean everything. I was talking about, and Shay said she was doing the same thing. I take my, you have your green peppers, your yellow peppers, your orange peppers, and your orange peppers. I don't buy them already cut up. I cut them up myself. I prefer to. Just a second, please. What, Nehemiah?
My underwear got poop on it.
All right, take them off.
Okay.
This boy, this boy, this boy. Take them off. Where's mommy? She went upstairs? I can't put you on here because nobody wants to see your pee-pee. Pull that up.
Put the pants up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up. I'll be with you in a minute. Don't come over here naked.
Please? I don't know how to take them
All
off.
right, pull your pants up first, and I'll take your shoes off, and you could do it.
I can't.
Guys, wait a second.
Help me.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My great grandson started taking off his clothes because he felt he had dingleberries. Oh God, these kids! I'm telling you. Yeah, he needs a belt. He wanted to take off his pants, honestly, because he claimed he had dingleberries in his underwear. And I had to look, and he was taking off his underwear, getting ready to come in front of the camera. And I was stopping him from doing that. And I had to show him there was nothing in his underwear, but he insisted. So I think he doesn't. I think he wants his Spider-Man underwear on instead of his whitey tighties. That's what that was all about. You don't know what dingleberries are? Oh God. Dingleberries is when you don't wipe yourself good and you got track marks. That's what dingleberries are. Oh, the world, this is a little boy. There was nothing, but I think what it is, he didn't want his whitey tighties on. He wants his Spider-Man underwear on. That's what that's all about. You know how kids act. Oh God, he wants his. So when his mother comes in, I have to tell him that he wants his Spider-Man on. So he made up a lie saying that he got dingleberries in his underwear. And I'm looking and I don't see nothing, but I took it off of him and put pants on him until his mother comes in and she finds a Captain Marvel or something for him to put on. So that's what that was all about. And the world, leave my baby alone. Talking about ilk. You got a little boy too, like his age. You know the things that come up out of their mouth. The world, you know the things that they say, and that's how my baby is. Yeah, but that's what we call them over here, dingleberries. At least over here, you say over here in Patterson, you say dingleberries. Everybody know what you're talking about. Oh no, I would never let him show his debunker. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And he was like, "Help me up." See, only moms could really understand that. And you being a dad, the world, you should know you got a son the same age as him. And some of the things that come out their mouth, especially when they don't want to wear something, they come up with all kind of excuses. Hey, the Bricks, where are you? Sir Bricks, there you go. So, does anybody want to come up on my platform? How long I've been up here? Not even an hour. Does anybody want to come up? I'll post it down there. Let me see. You know I gotta get close. Can't see. Okay, there it did. It did post. Does anybody want to come up on my platform? You telling me nobody has Cerbrick? You have nothing to say? Shay, you not coming up? The Crockett Way. All those are welcome. I know everybody in here. You're all welcome to come up on here and give me your opinion about the coronavirus. And oh, I understand. About the skin fan. Oh, hey, skin fan all day. Huh? Haven't seen you in a good minute. Welcome. Just opinion about this virus and basically what have you been doing to help prevent it in your area or in your home? Share what you're doing. Oh, somebody's there. Let's see, who is it?
It's me.
Oh, I didn't even. I'm so. You know what? I was so busy looking at the phone. All of
That's
a sudden I looked
okay.
over.
I was
Said,
trying to
oh,
stop
there she
laughing
is.
because when you said something about a dingleberry, I was
Yeah, that's what we call it here. Some people call it, skid marks and all that other stuff. He
But
was
that's a nice way to say it.
yeah, dingleberry. I got dingleberries. Take these off. And I'm like, where? That's why I had to leave the first time. And I was cleaning his butt because he kept
Yes.
saying it. And I'm not seeing anything. That's why I said grandma duties. You know, and I was cleaning his butt and he kept saying, I'm looking. He said, see, it's right here. And I'm looking. So he must see a dot that I don't see. You hear me? A
Okay.
dot. And he
Yeah.
didn't want them on, and he wants his Captain Marvel or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. He
And
like the captain. Yeah. He want
yeah,
those.
the Spider-Man and stuff on. So when his mother comes in, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell her that right now he just got his pants on. He don't have no underwear on, and she's gonna have to get some. He didn't want the tighty whities on. That's what it was. This
No, he
boy
don't want
needs
them
to
on.
work. Yeah, and I didn't want him to start saying stuff real quiet, crazy. So I had to put it on mute real quick because he
Mm.
was coming over with his pants dangled around his ankles, acting like Rico. Acting like Rico. I was like, oh no,
Oh
wait
yeah,
a
that's
minute,
what I
wait
was
a minute.
thinking about. You would hurry up and turn the camera. He was like, "No, I need to
Honey,
show you."
he wants to show me, honey. All I can think is like, oh no, my baby
Oh, Miss Tiara
he's
said, "Oh
skinny.
no, baby, you ain't finna get my channel shut down."
Yeah, and he's skinny like Rico too, you know. He come over
Yeah.
here, he had his pants down around his ankles, honey. I gotta
Yes.
show you. I gotta show you. That's you heard me say, whoa, wait a minute,
Whoa, wait a minute! Don't come over.
wait. Man, you still want to see that we get out. Wait. I put that shutter on that camera quick.
Yes, yes.
Mhm. These kids
Oh
are a
my
mess.
goodness, that was the
And they don't
cutest
have
thing ever. Miss Tiara said, "Oh no, baby, you cannot shut my channel."
I get in trouble for kid porn, honey.
Right,
I
that
have
part.
diapers, CPS
They'll never
out
give you
here
this
and that.
channel back.
What? What?
They would never give it back. I don't care how much you plead with them.
No,
I said,
honey.
"Oh no, grandbaby, it's finna pull
Oh, honey.
Rico."
Honey, they
Oh
be
no,
putting me
Miss
on
Tiara,
world.
hurry up and reach over there and turn that camera off. Like,
Yeah, they
honey.
put me on world hip hop and have me all
Yeah,
excited.
world star.
Grandma,
Hmm.
putting kid, and they have no idea that this boy was stripping off naked and gonna jump in my in my
Hmm.
cab. Boy, I'm glad I got a shutter. See, I got these like a little shutter
Uh-huh.
that I put over my camera on my laptop, and you shut it. You push it over, and it's a shutter.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
when I seen him, I mean, he was right at my kneecap, right, like right here, and
Hmm.
that's why I took that shutter and flipped it quick. I was like, oh no, and I hit that
Oh
mute
my God,
button,
Miss Tiara.
but I
I
did
was
the
like, oh
shutter
God. And then I
first.
was already laughing about the dingleberries, child.
Yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah,
died.
yeah.
I said, what he got into a bush? I'm thinking it's a
Nah,
you
dingleberries.
know what we call dingleberries here down
What?
south. Around Christmas time when the hollies come out, they hollies because that's what they, the little wreaths with the little red,
Oh, the berries.
yeah, the little red berries. You can't eat them, and they got the little thorn bush on there, and I just uh, I thought we called those dingleberries. I was like, oh, he done got into a holly bush,
No,
you
no,
know.
no. Dingleberries over here. When you talk in my town, you say dingleberries. It means skid marks in your underwear, or you got toilet paper hanging from the crack of your ass. That's what that means.
Oh God.
And and
Ah.
and we don't. And, he's not allowed to say the word doo doo. He could only say poo poo.
Okay,
He can't say
okay,
the word doo
okay.
doo. It's like no, you can't say that. You tell him that's a bad word. Cause ain't nothing worse. Cause you know how kids are out and they be like, I gotta do do. That sounds so horrible. So, but he'll say, I got a poo poo. That's much easier than him coming out and saying something else. Like, I don't know why my phone must be doing that. Um, Nadia says it's crumbs in the valley. Yup, that's exactly what it is. Are you still there? No, you gone, girl. That's what happened. You gone. Anyway, the world Shay, the world wants to know what you have to ask him. He just got back. You there? Shay, did you make it in? Oh, she has her mic. Okay, there she go. I was like, her mic was. I didn't mute your mic. Shay, what you? Oh, Shay, what's going on? You mute your mic and then you let. You gone again? Something's going crazy. The world. Maybe she has to tell you offline. Ask you the question offline and not on the chat. Who else wants to come up? Let me read the chat. Skin fans are cleaning. That's it. What do you mean cleaning and that's it? Skin fan. Now, if you were looking for my Friday night confessions, that was yesterday, and I've been sick. That's why you see me look the way I am. My eyes are half closed. I have been bad infection in my eyes. Yeah, maybe it's something that she wants to talk to you offline. So that's why she's not responding here online to you. So nobody wants to come up and talk about it. So, but basically, that's all I wanted to had talked about regarding the hygiene part. And I would like to have people come up and tell me how they're keeping their situation clean. Hey, surviving and winning, how you been doing? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you a long time. You hanging in there? It's obvious because you're still here. Are you still winning, girl? You surviving and winning? I'm glad you're doing good. That's good. That does my heart some good too. Knowing that you're okay. All right. You knowing that you're okay. Still winning. All right. All right. All right. Surviving and winning is a breast cancer survivor. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. She's my sister in the fight. And every day we're in the fight. Just to let you know that I am a breast cancer survivor and a right breast cancer survivor. And I was double blessed to still have my body parts, that they were able to get all the cancer out without removing my breast, because the original decision was to remove my breast. I got a second opinion and they were able to gut the whole tumor out. Glory be to God. And they were able to get it all out. So you're sitting in the back of what? You're not in my backstage because I don't see you here. Sir Bricks, you still in here? So, World, won't you hit on my link and tell me how you dealing with all this crazy stuff? Because you're doing drop off and loads and docks and going from here and going to there. How are you protecting yourself? with this virus. Because you're going to from loading dock to loading dock to airport, in contact with people all over. And every state got it. So how are you protecting yourself? Oh, she missed you serenading me? Well, you can always do an instant replay. And you get me to smile again. See, you did that in Nadia's channel. You didn't do that on my channel. No, you didn't do it on Nadia Shay's channel. That's right. You did it in Shay's channel. So you can serenade me again. Make me smile. Just click the link. I'm gonna put the link up again. Well, come on up here and tell us how you're handling it. Be right back. That's a be right back. Okay. All right. Sir Briggs, how are you handling this virus? Ooh, who's back here? Several people. Wait a minute. There we go.
Lord, she got all of a face. Hold on.
There we go. Look at the way I'm looking at you on the screen, like looking
Ah,
all looking all doty.
yeah, I look like she's sitting back here.
I'm up here looking all doty. Let's see how I can fix this. No, I don't like that way. No.
Nadia,
Hey.
girl, I holler.
I don't know how
What
to
are you
dance.
hollering about? What you laughing about? My baby? What y'all
Okay,
laughing
wait.
about? I can't,
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm in my
I had to
car.
close the backgrounds. I had some backgrounds of the YouTube open, and I didn't want it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was funny as hell. Hey, thank you.
Oh, with the dingleberries. That was too cute. I was in a chair. I couldn't laugh too hard. I had it playing. And
Child,
the
that
dentist was
dingleberry took
cracking
me
up.
all the way out,
Yeah,
and I
Dingleberry.
can't stop laughing for some
The
reason.
dentist had dingleberries.
You knew what, Nadia, you knew
Hell,
what
I thought it was a
dingleberries were,
holly.
right?
Huh?
Nadia, did you know what dingleberries were?
Yeah, I'm the one that put. I said it's crumbs in the valley.
Yeah. Uh-huh. See, I told you. Hey, Heaven Sent.
It's crumbs from the valley inside the valley.
And
Oh
thank you,
God,
Heaven
y'all have
Sent.
a nice, cute name for the people.
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends what town you're from, because you mentioned dingleberries here. We know what dingleberries are.
See, I
Yep.
thought a dingleberry was a holly bush.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's a holly bush, all right.
Yeah. The skid marks in the
It's one of
underwear,
those.
or you got toilet paper stuck in your butt with poop.
Yep, that's dingleberries.
That's
Oh
dingleberries.
God. Oh
And my
Or
God.
at
baby,
least we call it that over here in Jersey.
yeah, because you know what I tell him when I wipe his butt when he poo poos, I tell him I gotta get all that out so you don't get dingleberries. I gotta get it all out so you don't
Uh-huh.
get dingleberries. And so that's how we learned what dingleberries were.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've never heard of that term before.
So
Cause
now
like I
you
said,
do. So now you could use that term,
I
right?
sure will. And then we call people dingleberries when they act dingy.
We call them dingbats.
David.
Yeah, we're people who act.
I don't know what happened.
That's
Oh my
okay.
God.
We call people dingbats when they simple minded, or we call them what? Simple Simon, and we call them
Yeah, we
simple
call him Simple Simon too.
and simple minded,
Yeah.
or
Two,
dingbat, or
2.5
Dora,
years
or
old.
Uh-oh.
we'll call them Dora.
Hold on a second.
Oh yeah,
I
dumb
can't hear
dog.
anything.
Yeah, dumb Dora.
Yeah. We do call them that. Dumb Dora, dumb Diego. Um yeah, we do that. We call them.
Like when I'm acting slow, and I'll be like, "Dang, let me take this blonde wig off because I'm even noticing I'm acting crazy." Uh, and if you say, "Come on, Miss TR, take the blonde wig off," I know what you mean. Like, get it
uh-huh.
together, get it together.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah,
you
we
see me here just sitting up here like one big sack of log. I mean, I'm feeling horrible. My eyes. You see how my eyes are?
yeah.
I don't have
And
not
it
a
looks like you got on eyeshadow, Miss TR.
no, honey. That's swollen. It's swollen and it's probably darkened.
No, it's red. It's like a
Yeah.
pink, light pink, and
That,
it's kind of like yeah. I thought it was eyeshadow.
no, my eyes are swollen and they're irritated bad. They're really
Oh
bad.
no.
And
I know how that feels when your eyes be irritated
what
because
it
I
was, yeah, I usually get the classic eyelashes on, and they're like,
Mhm.
I like them very thin. I don't like them where, I don't want to be looking like no owl. They just,
Right.
because people just say, oh, you got beautiful eyelashes, and they kind of look natural because it's classic, very lightly on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to go get them on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I had to get my refills. I She was doing me. I guess she felt she was doing me a favor and doing extra, and she
Uh-huh.
put them on thicker. And that's what. Oh, they look so nice. You did them thicker, but my eyelashes are so thin that they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't take the weight. And
Oh.
I think from the glue and the weight, it kept coming down, and it started like scratching my inner eye and my cornea and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Girl, I was like, oh no, it was good for that day, but the next day, Monday, I was
Mm-hmm.
going crazy. Tuesday, uh, late Tuesday night or early Tuesday morning, I was in that bathroom with Vaseline,
Okay.
rubbing Vaseline on my eyes and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it. And
Yeah.
it wasn't coming off. And honey, I would say, okay, okay, get ready, get ready. And I would just yank them right out. I couldn't deal
Mm-hmm.
with it. So I have no eyelashes. That's why my eyes, that's why I was telling people I look like a cancer patient. Because that's
Oh
the way I
no.
used to look like before with no eyelashes and
Guys.
everything. I don't have any eyelashes, and it's gonna take about 2 or 3 months for them to grow in.
Oh,
So what
okay.
I'm gonna do is get the strip, the regular strip that you buy that has
Yeah.
the eyelashes, and you get the dual glue. You put a little bit of glue on, you put it on, and then at night you just go like this, and they just peel right off. It's no
Right.
big thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. But that's why I didn't do my show yesterday because my show I have to kind of feel my story to
Yeah.
get my
Right.
story
Right.
across.
Right.
And with me being in discomfort, me having swollen eyes, I did not look the part.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
was like, I wasn't going on. I wasn't going on.
Okay.
But you know what I'm gonna do? What I wanted to know how people were handling this coronavirus. People are acting crazy for one. I can
Mhm.
understand you stepping up your game and getting Clorox and cleaning things down so things aren't transmitted because people are just slack and nasty.
Right.
Okay. You know, they just slack and nasty and what you need to do. That's why with restaurants, see, with me have being a cancer patient,
Yeah.
they used to tell us, the nutritionists, they used to tell us we couldn't go into all you could eat places to eat.
Oh
And,
wow.
and the reason why is because their food temperature may not be kept the way it should.
Okay.
And bacteria gets in it. And with our immune system being so bad
Mhm.
and low,
Mhm.
that the slightest little bacteria can make us deathly ill.
Mhm.
And not only that, they don't serve the food to you, you serve it to yourself. Not everybody's clean. And they
Right.
cross contaminate. They'll cross contaminate seafood with red meat and stuff like that. And people, that cross contamination can kill people.
Yes, that's
You
true.
know, you know,
That is true.
people with who can't handle seafood go to get steak and they didn't know that someone stuck something with the seafood clam in it and
Mhm.
it could take their life. You know what I mean? Or with
Right.
peanuts and stuff like that.
That's
So,
true.
and because they're not good in keeping the temperature to the food, and then everybody is just coughing and doing stuff and want to taste the food before they put it in their plate, and they just lacking nasty. They said, sad to say, they asked us not to do all you can eat places because
Right.
it could harm us.
Yeah, that's true too, Miss Tiara, because when my friend before
Hey,
she
love
passed
break.
away, she did
Hmm.
not deal with
All you can eat.
all you can eat, yeah, because she was like, oh, I can't do it, you know. And then I wasn't doing it anyway because when I got food poisoning,
Hmm.
oh my God, if that you feel like you dying a slow death when you have
Really.
food poisoning.
But you know what it is? They don't keep the temperatures to the food. The best time to go into all you could eat
When
is
they
when they
first
first
open
open
up.
up or when they
Hmm.
first switch over to the next shift of
Yes.
food and it's
Yeah.
freshly coming out. After that, people
Mm-mm.
are coughing.
Hmm.
And even if they cover their mouth, they're not doing it with their arm, they're doing it with their hand, and then they go and touch. Oh God. Now I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
And then I suffer with a little bit of IBS, so I have to be careful because no sooner after I eat, it's like, oh, I'll be right back,
Right.
because of my stomach, because I suffer with diverticulitis a lot, like what
Hmm.
B-Town was in the hospital for. I was
Yes.
hospital for a whole year, every month. They were ready to give me a bag. That's how bad it was.
Oh no.
Yeah, my immune system was so shot from the chemo, it was just bad.
Hmm.
So, and like I spoke about it on your channel.
Hmm.
Um, just up your hygiene a little bit more. I showed here, I don't know if you were on the
Hmm.
Dettol,
Yes, I saw
Dettol,
that. Hmm. They
and
sell it here for $1.
yeah, get that, get that.
Hmm.
That's a great disinfectant, and it's a wound care,
Oh, okay.
and that's why it has the plus sign on it. It's
Yeah.
also a wound care,
Oh,
so
okay.
you can
They
wash
still
your hands
sell that
with
here at
that.
the 99-cent store
Yeah,
for
but not every,
$1.
yeah, but not everybody knows about that Dettol.
No.
Jamaicans, they use it. They use it
Okay.
in that form and in liquid form. When I was in the hospital and I washed my body up with it, and the
Uh-huh.
woman came up and she said, "Are you Jamaican?" I said, "No." Why? She said, "Well, I smell Dettol." And I started laughing. I said, "Yeah, that's because a Jamaican woman turned me on to it, and
Hmm.
we keep it in the house, and it's a disinfectant. It's
Okay.
a disinfectant. It's good for men. It's really good for in the summertime where men in their groins, they get very, sweaty and it can come
Hmm.
to a point they can wash,
Hmm.
but they can't get that stink out.
Hmm.
They use Dettol and that will really clean the pores.
Okay.
Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap
Now let
is
me tell you
good.
about that, Miss TR.
Yeah.
Ooh. When I first used that, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I thought I had my whole Hello Kitty was singing.
Yeah, you feel that peppermint, huh?
Oh yes.
My brother said he used it because, and this is the exact word he would say, he said it keeps the nut smell out. You know, He says you wash it to keep the nut smell out and underneath your stomach.
Yeah, okay, yeah, where the dark places there.
Yeah,
When no sunlight is getting to
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Hmm.
where it's hard to get air to, and you do that.
Hmm.
And because you could use soap and you'd be like, dang, you got to get a
Hmm.
soap that really gets the odor out.
Hmm.
And Dr. Bronner's soap does get it out.
Yeah, it does.
It does, it does. But this Dettol does the same thing. And my sister swears by it. She can't get it. She lives in Texas. She can't get it. So what we do is, like once a year, my daughter gets a box and she buys a whole bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
and she sends it over to her. That in the liquid, and she uses it. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But it doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's definitely an antibacterial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, because when you are like a lot of black women, African American women, we're very close by. Not all of us have that gap
Mm-hmm.
in between the legs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have to get a soap that can get in your groin and really clean those sweat glands out,
Mm-hmm.
because if you don't, you will have a problem, especially if you
Yes.
don't take baths. I
Mm-hmm.
don't take baths, so I have to use soap like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take baths because I have a phobia. It skeeves me. I don't know if I'm claustrophobic or what. And I bleach my tub and everything. And I get in my tub, I just feel like all the dirt and everything just lays back up on you and it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't take baths. But I
Mm-hmm.
do take showers and I use soap in my gland areas, this kind of soap to make sure that I'm clean.
Yeah.
I do that, and it doesn't bother the root, it doesn't bother the
Right.
cookie,
Yeah.
'cause I'm doing my groin area.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I found
yeah.
that Castile soap to be like that too, and like you said that the Dettol soap as well.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, so you know about the Dettol soap,
yeah, they sell it out here. Yeah, uh-huh.
and it's very
We
good for
used it
you.
out. My grandma used to use it a long time ago when I was a little girl.
Yeah, they swear
Mhm.
by it too, honey.
Yep, we used the down south, honey. But the Castile soap. Now I ain't gonna lie, I don't mess with the peppermint, Miss Yard, in the wintertime.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. Cause it look like it take forever for your pores to close.
Yeah, 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 and
You
it'll
get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Now
that
in the
area will
summer,
burn. In the summer,
yes,
it's a great thing to do is to wash your body there.
yes.
And your private parts, your armpits too. Oh, those are all glands where the sweat
Hmm.
glands, they really where it detox. Your
I got a
body starts
gallon
to
of it
detox.
of Nadia. I bought a gallon of it off of Amazon
A
before
gallon
the
of what?
outbreak came.
A gallon of what?
Hmm.
A
Of Castile soap, the
uh-huh.
peppermint.
Yeah, and that it makes a big difference in cleaning your sweat glands. I'm telling you
Hmm.
people that when you get up a certain age, your body starts giving off certain
Yeah,
yeah,
it helps with the pH.
yes, that's the word that I'm looking.
Yeah, it definitely balance out that pH war for real. People, some people like you right, Miss TR, when you use certain soaps, like I had to quit using Dove. Then I went to Nivea. Then Nivea is expensive.
Yes, it is.
So
I had to go to Lever 2000 for a minute.
you
'Cause
did?
yeah, I had to go to Lever 2000. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, no." My glands were really acting up, and then my sister, woman turned me on to this Dettol. Then
Uh-huh.
that I didn't have to worry about that anymore because in the summertime,
Hmm.
them sweat glands, the pH changes, man. That's just like
Hmm.
deodorant. You can't stay with the whole same deodorant all the time because your
Nope.
pH in your body starts to change, and you be like, "I just washed. Why is
Right.
this thing working?"
Right. That part. You sure right, Miss TR.
And that has a lot to do with the food that you eat,
Hmm.
especially with meat because of antibiotics. Antibiotics, when you take penicillin, stuff like that, you know how it comes out of your pores and it changes your pH balance. And antibiotics could change the pH balance in a woman's where she could get a yeast infection, and that comes from meat. That comes from anything that might have had antibiotics in it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, so just to clean yourself, man.
Right, absolutely.
Ain't nobody wants to walk by and have somebody's butt walk by them and they instantly get whiplash. They jerk their head back so quick. They be
No
like,
whiplash.
yeah, don't want to give nobody whiplash now. You gotta clean your body.
Oh yeah, that's a must.
Yeah,
That's
so all people have to do is step up their hygiene practices, and it'll
that.
stop the corona.
Uh-huh.
It'll stop it your way. Are you in contact with that many people that you have to shake their hands?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Because even at my
nowadays.
night job, I work in like I work in a retirement home at night. So um they are even though we only got one case here in my county, in my city, but it's a lot going up towards Phoenix. It's bad going
Hmm.
towards Phoenix.
Yeah, the world
So
yeast infection. You didn't hear the whole conversation. When you eat meat, there's a lot of meat that has antibiotics in it. Okay.
mhm,
And in that
especially
meat,
chicken.
you eat it, and that can happen to you too. Yeast starts to build up in your body. That's why you should be taking probiotics. You have to take probiotics because if you eat meat, there's a good chance you're consuming a lot of antibiotics from the meat that the antibiotics that they're giving the animal.
Animals. Mm-hmm.
So yeast doesn't always mean like for female with it. You get built up of yeast in your gut, and there's people, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised you don't have it, the world, because you're a truck driver and you eat on the road all the time. And that food ain't great, and it causes an imbalance in your gut. That's when you have a gut or a leaky gut system, and you got yeast built up in your system, and you have to take a probiotic to clean out your colon and all that because of all that built up yeast.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to learn what yeast is all about. If you have a lot of dandruff that you're not control over, it may not be dandruff. It might be a yeast buildup in your body and it's coming out in your pores. So you have to study the where that all comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as this corona stuff, um, when I seen, I was like, the stuff that they're doing now, they should have been practicing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Washing your hands.
Yeah,
As
because
far as
I noticed it too, Miss TR. A lot of the elders don't like to wash their hands when they come out the bathroom. See, and me and you gonna box like a kangaroo, especially where I work at. I
Mhm.
tell them right there, because they be like, "Why you wearing gloves? You don't like to wash your hands when you come out the bathroom." And I don't want to
Mhm.
get sick. I tell them straight up.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
tell them straight up, honey. Child, look, I
Mhm.
cringe when I found out that Adrian off of
The real.
yeah, that she don't wash her hands when she come out the bathroom.
That's what they were talking about.
Yeah, girl. I said she a nasty son of a sea cook. Mm-hmm.
Ew. Somebody but you know something? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of us women who are in here have done what I'm about to say that I did. You
Okay.
go to the ladies' room. For one, when I go to the ladies' room, I can't squat. Okay, I'm too big to be squatting. Even when I was thinner, I just can't aim. Okay, so when
Mm-hmm.
I go to the bathroom, I would take a paper towel, wet it, put soap on it, go to the toilet and wipe it down. And then I also had a thing in my pocketbook. I used to take the Lysol and then spray it
Mm-hmm.
and then sit. I did that always because them women in there, they nasty. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
would go to the bath. I'd be in the bathroom and I hear someone come out of the stall, not even go and rinse their hands, not even rinse their fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and walk
Yep.
right on out.
They used to do that a lot at my job. Them girls, and I could see whose shoes.
Yeah,
I
I
could
was
see
getting
their
ready
shoes.
I was getting ready to say, and you always notice the shoes when
Oh
you walk
yeah, I'll be
by.
like, and then when I walk by your desk, you little nasty son of a sea cook, you.
Yeah, and your certain friends that I would know that
Hmm.
I'd be
Like,
like,
yeah, and they used to
"No,
wonder why I used to keep all that Clorox on my desk. That's why I request to come
and
home to
then they
work from
want to
home,
walk
Miss
out.
Dion. Yeah, they didn't. They wouldn't wash their hand. And I know I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It wasn't our people. I'm just gonna say that it was
Yeah, it
not.
wasn't our people. No,
It
no,
wasn't our
no, it was
people.
never our people. And then why
No.
do a potluck? Pot roast.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, only
I
time
never
I would eat some
partake.
food if it was brought. If they brought something in that was already brought, I would eat. But if it was homemade, I'd be like, oh
Nope.
no, my stomach can't handle that. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh. And then some of my friends, that you real close with, I'd be like, honey.
Mm-mm.
They look at me and we give each other an eye and we pass it by.
Mm-hmm.
And we let each other know, no, they're nasty.
Yeah, don't.
And
Yeah,
I
she don't
dealt with
wash. And
nurses.
I let people know too. Look,
But Shay, they were nurses because I was doing
same where
personal
I work at.
injury and okay, and uh
Mm-hmm.
your stuff when you want to get it. I did pre-cert, and I used to have
Uh-huh.
to go to the nurses and write up the stuff for pre-cert to see what code they wanted me to
Right.
use and
Yeah, I used to do that too. Mm-hmm.
for me to release for them to get
So
treatment
they
about
can get
motor
paid.
vehicle accidents and stuff like that.
Right.
And these were nurses, so they knew damn better. You hear me?
Yep.
They knew. But wait a second. Just wait a
Mhm.
second. I gotta say something to my granddaughter.
Okay.
I had to tell my granddaughter about our dingleberry experience, and she has to
Oh.
go get him. She has to go get him different underwear on.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's get. He wants his Spider Man or whatever on. He don't want the tidy whities on. Okay. All right. The world, you need to stop. You need to stop. He's so nasty.
And he nasty.
He nasty.
Nasty man.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, you're right about that too, Miss TR, about them nurses.
oh, and I dealt with nurses.
Mm-hmm.
Nurses
They
and
like
it's
that where I work at now.
ew.
Gloves all night.
And when they do, you know what kind of face you get, right? When they do, you give them that stank.
Yeah.
Not
Girl, you scared of the
not
corona?
the not
No,
the stink.
I'm scared
No,
of you.
yeah, it's like you don't give them the stink face. You give them the stank face.
Yeah.
Stank face. And you
Mm-hmm.
look at them, they be like, "What's wrong?" You be like, "Oh, nothing." I'd be like, "Oh, you nasty."
Yes, that son of a sick cook you.
Mm,
Oh,
I'd be like,
girl, yes. I know what
"Ew,
you're talking about.
nasty."
And you know what, Miss TR, I didn't really experience it until I came to Arizona. That these people don't believe in the hand washing. And look, they throw their tissue when they wipe their dingleberries in the trash.
I know.
They don't flush it.
No, they don't do that, or they'll stick it in the that little cabinet for the disposable of sanitary stuff. They
Uh-huh.
nasty. They just they just nasty. They just oh God, I'm just thinking about it now. It grow. I'm telling you.
When I
It
seen
grows
that, my
out.
eyes was like, what?
Hello, and NYW.
Oh, surviving and winning. I had a nurse in step down in ICU that did not want to wear gloves. I asked her about it and she acted insulted. Oh, heck no.
Surviving winning is a cancer patient, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know,
Mhm,
she's in remission right now, but she goes in and out and
mhm.
fighting and stuff and dealing with the cancer. And when
Okay.
I was in the hospital, you know how the long tubes and they be swinging on the floor and stuff, and they be
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
medication, and they wouldn't even wipe it down with the alcohol. She says, "Oh, the needle's gonna pacify me.
Right.
Get the alcohol and wipe it down."
Mhm.
Despite look, I ended up in a hospital behind a thorn bush cut.
Oh, wow.
And they had to have me on intravenous leave for 3 days.
Mhm.
Okay, from a thorn bush because I was planting roses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to be real careful.
You have to be real careful, and because they working so fast and they cut corners. That's why what they call staph infections come from the employees, the nurses and doctors not practicing hygiene and sanitizing stuff, and that's how the staph infection comes, because bacteria gets into your skin, and then it grows and it starts eating your skin, and it'll eat your skin so bad that they have to amputate you. That's
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the world must be squeamish. I'm not. I done seen so many things. Most women aren't squeamish. If you're a mom, you're not squeamish. If you're a nurse, you're not squeamish. Because you
Mm-mm.
do some of the nastiest things. And
Yeah.
if you got kids, you got a son, you should know better than that. You got a young son too. How you gonna be squeamish? But yeah, but if you know these things and what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched them because I became paranoid that I wouldn't go to sleep. I like, no, y'all give me all the medicine before you give me that Ambien that knocked me out.
Oh yeah.
So because you ain't coming in the middle of the night and doing something to me and I end up dying. No, I didn't trust them. And then I had an infectious disease doctor. See,
Oh,
when yeah, you get infectious disease, see, there's a doctor for everything.
okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
had diverticulitis.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You don't get a regular doctor for that. You got to get an infectious disease doctor because that's something.
Yeah.
All right, so I had an infectious disease doctor. This doctor deals with AIDS, HIV, and infections in the body. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Mm-hmm.
had him for a while, and I told him what happened, and he was watching the nurse, and she started getting nervous, and he got her, he pulled her aside. He goes, "No, she's my patient. You don't do that."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh, they said that she got in trouble."
Excuse me. I
Yes.
have to get my snacks.
You gotta get your snacks. You want to stick your head in here and say hi? You want to say hi before you go? Because he's trying to stick his head in. They know right here. Stick your head in here. That's where they see you.
Hi.
He said,
Hi.
"Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Go." Yeah, that old big head sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Go, go. They said hi, Nehemiah. Go.
Okay, say out.
All right, out. Get out. Out. And he got on them. But see, the thing is with me, when I was in the hospital, I told them when they didn't do certain things, I said, I tell. I let them know straight up. I tell. And I wasn't scared of anybody. You know how my father used to say, no, don't do nothing because when you leave, they're going to do things to me. I said, I wish they would. And I would go in there. I said, I better not hear nothing that y'all done did something to my father because I got in y'all butts behind it. I ain't play that shit. And with
Right.
me, I told them that I says, look, you do something to me that ain't right, I'm telling.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's certain things they did. Like one time I went into the bathroom and it was disgustingly dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I called them up and they said, "Oh ma'am, it's nothing wrong with this bathroom." I said, "Nope, I want maintenance main guy up here." And they gave me a hard time. It was at St. Joseph's Hospital in Patterson.
Okay.
I told them that I am a radio personality and I will go live right now.
Oh yeah, you threatened them real good.
Honey, they got them people up there so quick. They got another woman to clean it, and then they wanted me to go and look at it and inspect it and write off the okay. I told them I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a cancer,
Mm-hmm.
well, not a survivor, as a patient.
Mm-hmm.
Anything could take my life.
Right. You have to be. I learned that when my friend was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she was really sick, and it was just you had to be real clean. I mean, this lady gave me a hard time about a mask because I had a cold,
That's
and
right.
I was coming to see her, and I was like, I mean, I'm literally arguing with this lady over a mask, y'all. I was like, people do some of the dumbest stuff. I mean, the dumbest stuff. And she didn't want to give me a mask. She did
Well,
not want to give me a mask. And I
you
was,
know, when you have cancer and you're in the hospital, don't you know, kids under the age of 12 cannot come up in there.
you know what? Out here they can.
They're
Even
not
if you
allowed
have
over
a
here.
baby, the kids can be in the room with you.
Not over here unless it's
They're not
something.
back in Tennessee either. Here in Arizona, the children can be in the hospital with you when you have your baby.
They could
If
have
you
that,
have
but when you have
room,
cancer, because for some reason toddlers and certain ones, because they carry germs, they don't allow them up in
mhm,
there. They didn't allow plants up in there for whatever reason. You weren't allowed to have plants come in the room. I didn't
mhm,
understand that. What else they didn't allow? If you were sick, they told you, please don't come.
right.
Please don't come. And there was times where I had to wear a mask. And when I used to go, I did my chemo treatment and cancer treatment of America. You have one in Arizona, right?
Yeah, we got one in Phoenix.
Huh?
We got one in Phoenix.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we have one in PA up over here, and that's the one where I got my treatment from.
Okay.
And I will have to go to Newark, which is Penn Station, which is a train station.
Hmm.
And I would get on the Amtrak train and I will have a mask and everything on. You know, people didn't want to sit next to me as if I had the cooties.
Damn.
But
Okay.
but you know what? It was okay because then that means I had the seat to myself.
Yeah, right.
But what it was, I was protecting me from
Right.
them.
Shoot, I read it for you. Don't sit by me then.
And then
Jack.
I thought it was funny. I said, "You want to sit here?" To go look at me, go, "No, no, no, no." I end up always having the seat to myself. And then on the way back, they call it red cap, the ones that carry your luggage and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I will slip them $5, and they knew me by name.
Oh,
And they go, "Okay, Miss Green,
okay.
what train and what number?" And they will put me on the train before anybody else will put me
Oh,
wherever I wanted, and then they will load other people. And they says, "No, we have someone here that's handicapped. They go on first."
yeah, they do that here too at the
Mhm,
Amtrak. Cause like one time I took the Amtrak to LA, cause
mhm.
it's only like $40 to ride the train to LA. Cause that train comes from Pennsylvania to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. So out there from by me, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that train will take you all the way to Pennsylvania. So it stops through here, and we are the last stop here, and then it goes to LA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll stop here and then it'll go. It goes through New Orleans. It goes through Memphis. It goes through a lot of little old towns. I think it goes through Chicago. If no, I don't think it comes through that way. But that train that comes out of Pennsylvania, it's a train. It's called a Starlight Express. If I'm not,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
it
uh-huh, uh-huh. That's a
comes.
special one.
Yeah,
That's a
Amtrak.
special one.
Yeah, it comes down here. It
Yeah,
comes.
it's a special one. It even has a different nose, like it's special.
Mm-hmm. Cause that one on there, you can sleep on that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can sleep on that one.
But yeah, and they would act like that with me, but I would sleep. I would go to sleep and I would tell the conductor where I had to get off at because I would be just finishing chemo.
Mm,
And I still will have I had the mask on. You could see that I had the wristband on because they tell you to keep the wristband on for 3 days after you have chemo in case you somewhere and you fall out, whatever. They're able to read the stuff on you.
mm-hmm.
And I used to travel back and forth by myself, get my treatment, come on back. It would be all I would leave like 5 o'clock in the morning and wouldn't come back until 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the cancer center, oh my God, it takes hours. You get checked in, then you have to wait for your blood work. Then you have to see a therapist. Then you have to see a physical therapist. Then you have to see
Mm-hmm.
then you have to see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, she sure
Then
did.
it's a whole thing. And this
Mm-hmm.
is for everybody. Everybody has to go through this.
Yep, that's
So at
true.
least it was with them because and they want to make sure that you weren't suicidal or with the medicine wasn't working. You had to see a nutritionist. Then you
Mm,
had to see another type of a doctor. Everybody. So by the time you saw five, it's like a whole team. By the
yeah.
time you finish seeing the team, you get clocked in at 8. You don't get
Mm.
out of there till about 5 or 5:30, and the treatment alone is about 3 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
The chemo
Yeah.
treatment is like 3 hours for some.
Yeah, I
You
tried to
know?
get my friend to come out here to Arizona to do the treatment, but I understood that she did not want to leave her mom. Cause see, her parents still living.
And they
Both.
still living now.
They still living.
You know what? If
When
she,
I go home, I go
I,
visit.
I think if she probably went to Cancer Treatment of America, she
She
probably
still
would
would have been
have
here.
lived
Yeah,
longer.
I was trying to get her to come to this
And
one
somebody
because
for you.
I just felt like Tennessee wasn't equipped to me. It was just me because everybody was coming up with cancer. Everybody, remember, I don't know if I told you, but I used to make bleach and the blue stuff that go in your toilet. I used to make that, and if you was light skinned or if you were white, you would immediately turn blue. Like the tip of your nose would turn blue, your eyelids, would turn blue. Um, your
So that was,
fingers, the tip of your
that was
fingers would
oh
turn
my
blue
God.
because
And
that
that,
stuff was in the air.
so what
So,
did it do to your lungs?
well, if you didn't wear those because I had the 3M mask. I had the one with the two because I worked in the bleach because bleach come in powder form before it's liquid. It's powder. So before we turn it into liquid, it comes in powder. It used to come in them big old barrels and stuff like that. And when you don't wear your PPE, you gonna be messed up. It was like people was dying. Like every other month, it was like 3 people dying at one time, and it's just like, okay, I quit
They
after that because
didn't
I
shut
would
them
be
down.
sick.
OSHA didn't shut them down.
Nope, mm-mm, nope. And they come out of California. They make the WD-40. You remember when they came out with the Carpet Fresh in the can? Not the powder, but the can.
Mm-hmm.
The one it was like a foam. It was like a foam that they use. Yeah, they were they had that's what I was making it.
Wow.
Hmm. Yep, I left. I left when certain people that I was had died. It was time for me to go. I said, "Oh no, 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 no. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this here." So yeah, I quit, and that's when I stopped working in manufacturing. After that,
Now, do they still exist? Because you would think OSHA,
yes,
that kind of stuff, OSHA. What?
yeah, they still exist.
I think that OSHA would take them down.
They closed the one in Memphis down, but they still exist. They make WD-40. They make now
Well,
Miss Tiara, when you walk in
WD-40
the
is
building,
oil, right? WD-40 is the oil.
yeah, in the can, where you get rid of rust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
WD-40, yeah. Um, what was it? It was yeah, the WD-40. We made the blue bleach that go in the toilet, bleach, the X14. Um, and then we started doing shampoos and soaps for the cruise line. You know how they have those little bottles of, when you first get there, you know, in the hotels or the cruise ships. We was making that. So it was like a lot of that. I got out of that department working sick. It would take me days to like heal from that. I mean, I work 10 hours a day, and I'm off 3 days. I was off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Shoot, I couldn't do nothing because I'd be so sick. And by the time I felt better, it was time for me to go back to work. Go
But
back to what I was.
in that had that blue stuff, if it got into your hair and stuff like that, it
Oh
that means
yeah. So if you had blonde hair, and I used to wear a lot of blonde and auburn hair, yeah, you're gonna be messed up. You're gonna be blue. It's gonna turn blue.
but your skin breathes that in and it takes
Yes,
it in.
yes, your skin breathes it in. So just imagine like a white person. They turn blue automatically. Um, We had Tyvek suits. I would wear Tyvek suits all the time. I wouldn't. I would also wear bonnets to work because my hair, especially if I got my hair done over the weekends. Because again, I was off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Um, yeah, my hair's still kind of brand new, and I would wear like bonnets to work and stuff like that to make sure my hair didn't turn blue because your hair will turn blue. Oh yes, it will.
Mm.
hmm And a lot of people have that I know that work with me over there had died from being exposed to
Why
that.
is that door open? I'm sorry. It's going to my
Uh,
ear.
yeah, a lot of people had died from being exposed to, that.
Mm. Wow. And they just don't care. Like up there by me,
hmm
over where Mawa was the Ford Motor plant back in the day. My
hmm
father worked there. He actually retired from there. It was one of the biggest plants. Now it's Sony. But why Mawa and even Sony was still there, they used that area as a dumping ground.
hmm
And all the American Indians live up there.
Uh-huh.
And they spoiled their water.
Oh wow.
To this day they're still complaining, and Sony, you know they dump chemicals up in there. And and they live, Indians live off the land because, to believe it or not, they're
hmm
they've been kicked out of our area, so they
hmm
put them in all in one little area, and then they destroy and they live off their land. And they make it very bad. They make it very bad. I mean, they get cheated all the way around. We get disrespected and cheated on, but they're still getting it too. And they're the original people from here. They kick them out. They put them in one little area, and then they dump stuff. They become a dumping ground.
hmm
And and anywhere where you have certain manufactured companies, like where they make cars and paint cars, where you think the paint and all that dumping ground comes from making of the cars.
Right.
They dump it in landfills and in certain areas with the water. They did that in Alaska too with the oil, right?
hmm
And Arkansas and places like that, and the indigenous people. It affects them. Remember a couple years ago, the oil dumping and stuff like that made it so that they can't fish, they can't feed themselves, they can't do a lot of things.
hmm
I'm like, dang, they still robbing them. They still
hmm
robbing them.
Right. Yep.
So, so it's just so crazy.
hmm
It's totally crazy. Nadia, you don't want to come up here? You say, hey, I'm here. You're here? I don't see you in the backstage. What do you mean you here?
I think she means she here in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody's been behaving themselves in the chat.
hmm
Except for the world. Every now and then he'll say something. But we allow him to get away with a lot of stuff. We allow him to get away. Yeah. So goodness. So what have you been doing,
Okay.
Shay, about the
hmm
coronavirus and protecting yourself?
Okay, so like, okay, I ain't gonna lie, Miss Tiara, I've been like really um keeping myself protected, like gloves, even though I have them at home. So I'm not worried about my home because I don't keep a lot of company here. I don't
Mhm,
have people, like my doors don't swing open like the OK Corral. But when I go to work at night, that's when the fear come in for me.
mhm. That's
Because
a
I'm
little
working
bit of
with older
anxiety.
people.
You get a little bit of anxiety from it.
Right, right,
Mhm.
right. So um I have to protect myself really, really, really close. Like every time, wash my hands constantly, which I do, but just a little bit more frequently. I got like 2 or 3 bottles in my scrub. You know, my pants. You know how them scrubs have all those different
Pocket.
pockets on there. Yeah, I got a bottle everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes your hands dry because you start looking at your hands and they start looking white all the time. But
Hmm.
it is what it is. Have you been wearing face masks?
Yeah, we have to wear face masks at work. Yeah, you have to wear, even though it be hot under there, you still have to wear them
Hot underwear.
under the mask. The mask, you know
Oh,
how you wear it over your
I
face, and how
hate
it
it.
get hot, you talking?
Yeah, you know why? It's like your hot breath makes
Yes.
like your nose is covered in your mouth and it
Uh-huh.
now. Oh, I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. It's like it feels like it smothers you.
Mm-hmm.
My grandbaby, when I was getting him off the school bus, they call it the attendant on the bus. She was bringing.
Uh-huh.
She had gloves on and a mask on. I was like, "Damn, is it getting that serious?" Well, honey, I read last night that
Mm-hmm.
the superintendent board or what they call the PTE or whatever it is, they closed.
Mm-hmm.
They closed Patterson schools.
Mm-hmm.
They closed our school. My granddaughter called. She goes to Johnson C. Smith HBCU in North Carolina.
Okay.
Um, Everybody has to be out by the 31st. You're shutting everything down.
Oh
They,
yeah, because my niece is on. She home. She go to TSU,
hmm
and she's at home now.
Yeah, but they're not opening up back up until the next semester. So what she has to do is she has to get a storage and get all her stuff out and put it in storage, and then we gotta fly her home.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Oh wow.
flying her home ain't the problem.
It's
It's
just to
her
putting the stuff in storage.
getting a storage and putting her stuff
Yeah.
in storage.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
Because then she has to get a Uber or Lyft, pile, and you know how many trips. And I told her, you got totes, pile, put all your clothes up. And she waits to the last minute with everything, and then she cries. She
Mm-hmm.
cries and talks about how I'm sorry, that's my phone.
Uh-huh.
And oh, I don't have everything, but she waits to the last minute with everything. Well, I've been asking because she leans on other people, and I told her, if you did it the way I told you to do it, you always want to wait for somebody else. You don't need to wait for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Put put everything in totes.
Uh-huh.
Put Fill your suitcase, which you're gonna fill up to bring home. Put everything in totes.
Mm-hmm.
You can put at least 4 totes with each trip.
Mm-hmm.
Go unload them from the Uber or Lyft, whatever you take, and they bring you back home. The next day, do the same thing. Maybe you might make 3 trips.
Mm-hmm.
Load it in, and then the next day, the final day, you take an Uber to the airport, and you're on your way home. That's it. That's it. What is the problem? But if mommy says she got a ticket for you Sunday, you don't start Friday trying to get your stuff in the storage and start
Mm-hmm.
packing things up. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
But they need to shut everything down to clean everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure when they do the schools, they're gonna shut everything down and clean everything, and they'll probably get they'll be able to get the bleach to clean everything because they'll get that what they call it that it's a different type of bleach.
Mm-hmm. Is it that commercial
Yeah,
bleach?
they'll get the commercial bleach. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, bleach is if you go to your local hardware store, they got that stuff, but they got the price jacked up so high.
Yes,
You be
I
like,
saw it.
a little small thing of Clorox, you want $6 for what?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't even a half a gallon. I'd be like, oh hell to no.
That's right, right. That's what I said too. I told you I was looking on on what is it? Amazon, and they done jacked the bleach up to like when it used to be $23, it's 63.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. But people, when there's a famine, that's what happens. That's why there's certain things that purpose do that they have, because it'll come to a point where money won't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Money won't mean a darn thing. What it You need things to barter with.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
this. What do you have to barter with?
Mm-hmm.
So when people get things, buy things that you will barter with. Don't Not so much as have cash, because it's gonna come to a point. It don't mean nothing. You could have cash, but if they can't get the gas to the gas station, you can have all the cash in the world and won't be able to get the gas.
Right.
You gotta have stuff that you could barter with.
Yeah, that part.
So like, yeah, like I was on one of the what they call it, the grinding channels, and
Mm-hmm.
she went to go buy milk, and the only thing
Mm-hmm.
that they had milk was coconut milk. And I told her what you should have did was get a big giant bag of rice and make rice milk.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I never even thought of that. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a half a cup of rice will make a gallon of rice milk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's better for you. It's better for you than cow's milk.
Yep.
Really not hard to do. It's really not.
And I don't even drink cow's milk anymore.
And I don't know if you ever taste rice milk, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I have.
It's not heavy on the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sweet to me,
Mm-hmm.
almost sweet like a condensed milk. It's a
Milk.
little
Mm-hmm.
sweet. And it when you make it your own, then you make it how thick and how sweet you want it.
Right.
And it's better for your kids. And you
Mm-hmm.
get grits, get what was I was saying earlier, cornmeal that you fry your fish with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You turn that into porridge. That's what they feed third world kids with.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had a Jamaican friend that cooked porridge with cornmeal.
Yeah, they do it with the cornmeal that we fry our fish in.
Fishing. I was like, oh God, I ain't never
And
seen
that is
this
yeah, and that
before.
you get a big old bag for 89 cents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that bag, and all you need is a couple scoops, and you cook that, and it tastes good.
Yeah, I
Mine
had it. Yeah,
it tastes
it's
good.
really good. It don't taste like
Cornmeal at all.
oh yeah, it sure didn't. It did not taste like cornmeal. I thought it was gonna have that texture of cornmeal
Nope.
or grit or farina. Because I
Uh-uh.
do not like farina.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You add your little I add my great grandson, I cook it for him. He goes, I want porridge. He likes it at night. And I use evaporated milk, although he really can't have milk. I use evaporated milk or I use the rice milk. And I put maple syrup in it, pure maple syrup in it, and the butter, and whip it up. And he'll eat a whole big bowl, and he just is comfortable with it. And then he goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they don't even use milk with third world country. They use water, just water, and they make it. And they feed those kids, and it's a good nutrition for the kids. It has all the vitamin A, B, D, all C. It has all the vitamins in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you gotta do what you gotta do when there's a famine. You
Yeah.
know, them sticks in your yard, you better get something and pile it up in a corner.
Yeah, for what is it? Kindling. Yep. Mm-hmm. I
Mm, 'cause
wish I had a fire. Now I don't have a fireplace. My other place I used to have a fireplace. But this one here I don't have a fireplace at all.
do you have a backyard?
No. Not
No.
in this one, not this place I don't, but my old place I did. I had
Well,
a backyard because I had my lemon tree and my grapefruit tree. I
so
had that.
so you're not allowed to you're not able to barbecue.
No, not here. I'm not. You
Okay.
can, but you got to go way up in the front. So it's like because I live in an apartment, so no.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure you got friends, and they tell your friends to start building a pit. Get
Mm-hmm.
some
Oh
rocks
yeah,
and
they
some
got
dirt and
yeah.
start building a pit out of some rocks. Just get some rocks and start building a pit.
That's what they build they pits here, outdoors pits with rocks.
And all you need is the dirt ground, because the ground ain't gonna catch on fire.
Mm-mm. Not this ground.
Mm-mm.
Child, anything it will put out a fire.
Yeah, and you contain it, and hey, you can get yourself what shoot. You can get yourself what they call it, a refrigerator shelf
Mm-hmm.
grill. Put it in there, and you could cook your food on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when people make their own fire pits, I seen them in the hood. They take
Mm-hmm.
them bricks, they stack up. They don't even cement it. They just take the bricks, stack them up, and get the old fashioned or whatever refrigerator shelving or
Mm-hmm.
oven shelving from an old stove. Stick that shelf in there, and that's their grid.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what you doing?
Uh, my phone is about to die, Miss TR.
Okay, okay.
Oh, it's about
All
to
right.
die, girl. Oh my
Well,
God. I gotta find my charger and I took it to work. I hope I didn't leave it at work. Because I try to bustle up out of there today. So my phone is about to die, Miss TR.
okay.
So I'm gonna have to come down off the live. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
go find
Thank
my
you.
Kindle and get back so I can come back on.
Well, thank you. What is it? Oh, well, I made my two hours, so that's good. Thank you, Shay. Nadia, you gonna come up here? I think tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna do the rice milk. I think I'm gonna start it tonight and show you how I start it, and then I'm gonna do the rice milk to show you how to do the rice milk. Okay, who's still in here? Give me a heart to let me know that you're still in here. Hey, Joy, I didn't know you came in here. I understand you're cooking. You're doing your motherly and wifey duties. It's all good. It's all good. I'm glad that you tuned in. Okay, Nadia is getting her grind in at Sam's Club. There's nothing there, Nadia? Nothing? I'm sure Sam's Club is probably just wiped out. Is the parking lot full at Sam's Club? Oh, okay. Thank you, the Crockett Way. Nadia's at the Sam's Club getting her grind on. Well, if you can get more rice, get it. Because rice, you can do a lot with rice. I'm telling you, the survival kit is rice, oatmeal, grits, cornmeal, lots of cornmeal. You can make cereal. You can do so much with cornmeal. Flour. If you can get a bag of yeast, get a bag of yeast so you can make your own bread. Because there's a lot of things that are not going to be coming through into the stores because they can't get it on the loading docks. Import and export. It's not opened up. They're going to be closed. So it would be better for you to do that. And then what I will do is come online and I will do a live and you ask me what you want me to do first because I'll show you how to make your rice milk. I'll show you how to make your bread. Your bread only takes 3 ingredients: yeast, flour, and water. That's it. You don't need nothing fancy. You can get your yeast. I got mine from Amazon. I got a bag. It cost me $7. It's about this big. And it's the fast acting instant yeast, meaning that you don't have to proof it. But if you get the kind that proofs, that's okay. I'll show you how to do that. It's just an extra step that takes 3 minutes. It's not a big issue. And you could do it by hand. It's not a big issue, and you can make a big thing of it, stick it in the refrigerator, and make bread daily or every other day. And it tastes better. The only problem is that once you start doing it, your family may not want regular bread anymore from the store. That's the problem. Cow's milk isn't good for you anyway. Not even what's the other milk? Soy milk is not good for you. Almond milk is okay, but if you have kids that are allergic to nuts, almond milk and cashew milk and stuff like that is the worst that you can give them. So I'll show you how to make the rice milk. You can do it out of brown rice, and you can do it out of the regular white rice. I can show you both ways. It's not hard to do. However, you do need a blender. That you do need. You do need a blender. And you would need some type of strainer. Honestly, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to have cheesecloth. I'm going to use a brand new pantyhose. I'm going to take it out of the pack so you can see me take it out of the pack, the brand new pantyhose. You get the cheapest pantyhose from the dollar store or whatever. And you're going to use it to strain it, or get a knee-highs and use it as a strainer. Because right now it may be hard to get things like cheesecloth. It may be hard to get that. But a pair of pantyhose, brand new pair of pantyhose, because when you're done, you can wash it. Or knee-highs, because they stretch and blow up. And you can put the more milk in there and it'll strain it perfectly. Or you can get a sieve. If you have a sieve, you take a sieve, you put a piece of paper towel in it, and you pour that in it, and it'll drain properly. Okay, Jazzin, no problem. Hi, The Voice ASMR. How are you? But however, I can help you do little things to get you through it. Get dry beans. Go to the bodega store. They always got dry beans. Get kidney beans, red beans, lima beans, navy beans, northern beans. Clear off to get a package. They're like $1 or something a piece. One bag of beans could feed like 6 to 8 people. And rice. You don't have to have meat. And you make your bread. Make sure you have onions and your seasonings. That's it. You can survive off of this. And it doesn't go bad. That you can. I'm sure ShopRite has cans. But however, start making one-pot meals. If you eat red meat, get a steak, a reasonable steak or a piece of pot roast. Put it in a crock pot. Start cooking it before you go to bed. Put all frozen vegetables in it and cook it. And have over rice. That will feed a lot of people. And you'll have leftovers. Do one-pot meals like spaghetti, beans, and rice. These things you don't have to have meat. And your family will enjoy. And for some fresh bread or some cornbread, they'll love it. It'll be good. You don't need meat. Use up the meat that you have and start using it for one pot dishes and make a big pot of soup. The family's going to love it. With some homemade bread. That'll be very good. So, and you know, you got to pray and ask God to give you wisdom. And don't brag about what you got either. Don't brag about what you got. Get what you got to get, put it where it needs to be put, and that's it. Why the water's not bad, get jugs of water. Right now, import and export, they're only allowing you a certain amount with water. So those empty jugs, go to your tub, fill them up, keep the cap off for a couple of hours so the chlorine can evaporate out of it. Put the cap back on. You could take it and boil your water. Let it cool off. Get a funnel and fill up your jugs. When you fill up your jugs, just put them away. And you have it as backup. You don't have to buy the bottled water, the small bottled water, or water like this. You know, you don't have to buy that. You could save the bottles and use them to stack up in an area in your closet or something like that. You just leave the top off. The chlorine would evaporate out. Put it back on. Put it on tight. Or boil the water. Put a funnel in. Put it in there. Put it on tight and put it away. That's all you got to do. And instead of buying white sugar, get stuff like corn syrup, pancake syrup, carob syrup is good. 100% real maple syrup, not the imitation, real makeup. 'Cause those are the substitutes. And all you need is just a little bit. Get molasses, because all you need is a little bit. And they don't go bad. It doesn't go bad. It really doesn't expire. And that's what preppers are doing. hmm Yep, that's what preppers are doing. And you learn to cook. Make sure you have potatoes in the house. Keep them in a dark place, but make sure you have potatoes in the house. Onions, pasta, lots of pasta, rice. You could take pasta, mix some vegetables up, season it real good. If you learn to make the rice milk, you'll be able to make some type of cream with it. And there it is. Yeah, sounds good, right, Jasmine? Honey, my mother showed me and my grandmother showed me how to do food from depression days. I could turn a meal into anything. I look at it, I'm like, okay, let's see what I got. And my family girls are so finicky, but yet they won't eat nobody else's food. So yeah, there are ways, but I'm gonna come on and show you how to make bread. So when you guys are ready for me to make the bread, I would love for you to do it with me. We can do I'll put you up on screen and we can do it together. We can make it a workshop. Just get the yeast, have the flour, and all you need is water and some serious nice home bread where you could turn it into onion bread, garlic bread, savory bread with parsley or chips of garlic in it and put vegetables in it and bake that bread. All kinds of bread we can make just by that one basic recipe. Yeah, zucchini bread. Oh yeah, all that stuff. So, but I think tomorrow I'm going to show you how to make the milk because that's another thing. And cow's milk is not good for you anyway. And once you taste the rice milk, you're not going to want to touch cow's milk. I touch manufactured rice milk, which is a lot of money. It comes like in a carton. I don't have a carton of milk here, and it's easy to store it, the storage. And I'm sure that's not on the shelves anymore. But if you learn how to make your own out of rice, how much further in the game would you be? For your kids to want cereal or farina or maple or whatever, and they use the rice milk. And if you're lactose intolerant, it's not going to hurt your stomach. It's nut free, so you don't have to worry about if your kids that are allergic to nuts, they could drink it. And you have control over how heavy and how light you want it. You want it creamier or how you want it thinner. That's all. I'll show you how to do that. Yeah. So most of the stuff that I will show you, all it needs is water. Chicken and dumplings. Ooh, child. If you don't have a crock pot, get a stock pot. Go on, how much did I spend? I think I spent $10 for a big stock pot from Walmart, and I ordered it online. Yep, a stainless steel stock pot. One pot meals. And you know spaghetti. Everybody knows how to make spaghetti. And it always tastes better 1 or 2 days later. And it's still chilly outside. So if the refrigerator goes, you can store it outside on your back porch. Put a couple things on it so the animals don't knock it over. And there's always a way. Jasmine, you do the same thing. Your same thing about what? What did I miss? Yeah. For those people who drink cow's milk, if you can wean yourself away from cow's milk and do rice milk, it'll be as much healthier for you. Oh, you're always storing food? Yeah. You always got to put stuff in case of an emergency. Emergency could be, your pennies are low. But everybody, I don't know, I was raised, you always had emergency food. And emergency food was eggs, bread, milk, rice, beans, oatmeal. No mention of meat, just those things, because you can make a meal out of all those things. Cornbread. You can make it hot water cornbread. Bread. All you need is flour, water, and yeast. And like I said, if you get that big old bag of yeast, put the whole container in a Ziploc bag and stick it in the freezer. Although it may expire, as long as it's in the freezer, it will stay fresh. It will stay for years. And believe it or not, it will last a long time because all you need is a quarter of a teaspoon of yeast to make a whole loaf of bread. That's all you need. That's a little tiny. That's all you need. Oh, and also make sure you have salt in the house. You need salt. Definitely you need salt. Because with your food, you may not have no other seasonings, but you definitely need salt and pepper. Oh yeah, mustard, ketchup, and mayo. Grilled cheese sandwiches. with tomatoes. Buy more produce. Wash it like I do my peppers, my yellow, green peppers and stuff like that. I don't buy it cut up. I literally wash mine. I put a little bit of soap on my sponge and run it under cool water, and I literally wash mine. I scrub mine. I wash them with soap. You know those bananas, those plantains that the Latinos, you get those. You know what kind of meal you can make out of those? You could boil them. Well, Jamaicans, they use that and they boil the bananas, the yam, the potato, and they make a soup with onions, potatoes, make a soup, and they pour it over rice. And then what they pour over the rice is cabbage. That's a meal. You don't even have to have meat. That's a meal. Jasmine, because you have GERD, I'm telling you, the foods that I'm telling you to get is great. Yup. You take the yeast, you put it in the freezer. It'll last a lifetime. You get a whole bag full off Amazon for like under $7. A tablespoon of yeast can make a big bucket of dough that you can have fresh bread every day for a week. Yes, right. Yes, I do that with my meats and my fruits, the vinegar. All you need is a little bit in the water and you just swish it and rinse it. That's all. Because there's some things that, I won't, I literally wash with soap. But if you can't, like my peppers, I wash with soap. But if I had fruits and my lettuce and stuff like that, I don't wash with soap. I just put warm water. I put a little bit of vinegar in it and I swish it around and rinse it very good. Yep. And you use that, because vinegar is an astringent and it cleans. It cleans. It cleans. It definitely cleans. And you know what? Even knowing without this virus, you should be doing it. I made barbecue chicken last night, and a lot of people don't even clean the chicken. I took it and I rinsed it off, and I put it in the stainless steel bowl. Use glass or stainless steel when you're dealing with raw meat. Do not use plastic. All right. And no type of plastic, even if it's hard plastic, don't use it. Stainless steel or glass. And then I filled the bowl up halfway with water. I didn't have the white vinegar, so I put the apple cider vinegar in it. I put the chicken in it, swished it around a few times. Then I rinsed it off. Seasoned my meat, put it in the pan, and stuck it in the oven. Hi, Miriam. Welcome. Welcome, voice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'll come on tomorrow and I'm going to show you guys how to make rice milk. Because I think everybody right now will have rice in their pantry. Love Lake, flour, you mean making the flour or making the bread out of the flour? Oh, sure. You know what? I'll do that, Love Lake. Blake, you have to get the yeast. Buy the yeast, sweetheart. Buy the yeast. You have to have yeast, okay? And I'll show everyone how to do it. But tomorrow, I'm going to try to come on tomorrow afternoon. And the reason why I say tomorrow afternoon, because I stay late with YouTube at night, grinding and trying to support as many channels as I can. So I go to bed late, and which makes it so that I wake up late. But we're going to start the process of really the rice milk. I really do. You will not drink cow's milk again. You will not drink cow's milk again. So everybody get, and if you go to the Dollar Tree, if it's possible, you can get a whole bag of rice for $1. A whole bag of rice for $1. So please, and you're not even going to use that whole bag. And if you have a glass pitcher, that'll be great. If you have a big glass jar, that'll be great. If not, you will have to use, I guess, an empty water bottle jug. I brought a old fashioned milk jug, a glass milk jug with a cap. Okay, love Blake. But once I show you how to do the flour, you can make enough for a whole week, a whole 7 days in a bucket, and pull out what you need out of the refrigerator as you want and make fresh bread every day. But I'm going to show you how to make a loaf of bread. You don't need anything fancy. If you have a cast iron frying pan, that is good. If you have a bread pan, that is good. The kind that any kind of pan. Okay. And yeah. And a little bit of oil. It doesn't matter. It could be coconut oil. It could be olive oil or anything like that, because that's my little thing that I add on to it. You don't have to have it. It's optional. But I'm going to show you how it's done. And you don't need a machine to mix it. All you need is a big spoon with a handle, because I don't even use the mouth of the spoon. I use the handle of the spoon. Okay? So you'll be able to do that. And Miss TR is going to bring you way back in time. And you're going to see how easy it is for the survival. And it's something that you can pass down to your children, something that you're not going to be cheating your family out of, and it's going to be healthier than what you're going to get in the store. And I'm not a vegetarian, but when it comes to things like this, I'll show you how to do it to make one-pot meals. So we're going to start doing like one-part meals together, and it could be for a Sunday, one-part meals, but then being good. And you're not cheating your family out of a good meal. And it's like they won't even know that this chaos is going on, because they're not going to be cheated at anything. And only use your gas if you have to. And if you don't have a lock on your gas tank, I advise you to get one. I advise you to have some way to lock your tank if you don't have a lock on it. Because when the gas is not coming on the imports on the loading docks, people are going to start doing some stupid and crazy stuff, because that means the gas can't get to the gas station. And I really want everybody to be well. I want everybody, all my people that follow me, and I want your loved ones to be okay. And I really want you to pass this knowledge down to your loved ones too. After I show you how to do it on your channel. Repeat what I do. Do it on your channel and show people how to do it. Come learn it from me and then do it on your channel. For real. Do it on your channel. So that way you can show. The survival food could even be pancakes. A lot of you don't eat pork. I realize that, But if you do eat pork, And you remember grandma used to get that fat back and cut it up and fry it hard? When you cook with oil or when you fry it, don't throw that oil away. I'll show you how to recycle it and clean that oil so that you could use it again. Everything, nothing gets thrown away. Everything gets recycled and it'll be good and it won't make you sick. I'll show you how it's done. Because during the recession day, nothing got thrown out. Nothing. Not even eggshells. They were used for plants and for their gardening, to nourish their gardening so that their food would be well. Um, what do they call it? The coffee rinds, to recycle it. Start thinking about how you're gonna plant your garden. And for those who don't have a backyard, it's okay. If you got a porch or you live in an apartment and you got a window somewhere, tell you what, you know those Depot buckets? Get about 3 of those. You can grow tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce right in your living room from a bucket. From a bucket. Or go to the Dollar Tree and get one of those buckets that you use to that you wash floors with, for your mop. You do that. You get a garbage bag. You punch a couple holes in it. You line it. You fill it up with dirt, and you plant. And the holes in the plastic will give the irrigation, and the bucket will hold the water or the excess water. Whereas you don't even have to pour it on the dirt. You can pour it in the bucket and it'll absorb up. Know what I'm talking about? Had a tomato plant for 3 years that gave me great harvest, and I did it out of a laundry basket. You know, the round white laundry baskets. I did that. Uh-huh. And I did my lettuce out of what was it? A milk carton. Yep. And had lettuce all summer long growing. I didn't unplug it. I used to just cut the leaves that I want off of it, and the leaves would just keep growing back. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. There is a way. There is a way. And you can have it. So I'm gonna come off. Looks like Nadia. You left me hanging, girl. You left me hanging. But for those that are still in the chat, look like there's only like 4 or 5. Love Blake said she wants me to show you how to do the bread. I'm gonna do that. But tomorrow I'm gonna do the rice milk because I think it's important to do the rice milk. I'm gonna do the rice milk tomorrow. So, and when you come out tomorrow, I'll let you know when I'm gonna do the bread. And whatever else that you want me to do, I'll break it down for you so that you can do it like in 3 ingredients and something out of your survival, which you should already have in your cabinet, okay? So I'll check you tomorrow. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so if I come up, it'll be between 12 noon and 1 o'clock, okay? Where I'll start the cooking, okay? And I'm gonna put my let me see if I can put my email address in here. Okay, it showed. That's my email address if you want something. No, don't wash your hair with rice milk. But I'll show you what to do with the pulp from the rice milk, okay? that you could use on your hair. All right? No, don't use rice milk. No, but I'll show you what to do with the pulp of the rice and how do you make rice rinse out of the pulp, because everything gets recycled. You don't throw anything away, okay? There's my email address, guys. Let me know your channel name for one, so I can give you a shout out because it'll be your request. And also, whatever you do, whatever I do, and it came from your request, I'll give you a shout out on my channel for that day. Okay. And also just send me an email what you would like to see me do as far as survival. And I'll give the details. I don't have no problem. I'm not selfish with recipes or anything like that. If it can help you survive, and not only that, what I give you, I want you to multiply it. I want you to go, once you get it down pat, please, please, please share it out. Share out my link, or you do it and just mention my name so that you can help somebody else. Okay, just say I got this from Miss TR, this recipe, yada yada, this is her. Check me out, but please practice this for your survival. And let them do it. Please let it be a domino effect. We got to look out for one another, guys. We have to. We have to. Okay, well, you know what? As I always say, knowledge is power. Be a blessing by smiling at someone today, because a smile always makes someone else smile. Okay? Blessings, guys. Mwah. Check you later, or I'll see you in somebody else's chat. Bye bye.